Sorry, I realized I was on mute. What I said was I was hitting record, and if I need to trim anything off the front, I can do that. But yeah, so I've sent them messages telling them to change their names. I don't really see anybody doing it. So
I see a couple who have theirs.
Yeah, so if
Tammy
you see some
Jones.
that are ready to go, just go ahead and admit them to the meeting so that the list out there will get a little shorter.
Well, you might type that in again because I know some of them came on probably after you had put that in the chat. So, oh, there you go.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep blasting it until they do it.
Thank you to the ones who are in who have your name correct.
Ladies, I'm just checking. You can see my screen, but you can't see where I've got the chat open and participants. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I can see Molly and Jay. You guys have entered the room. I know both of you are delegates. If you could go ahead and change your name on your screen to indicate DEL for delegate, and then your state abbreviation, so just the 2 letters, and then your name.
I don't think I can do that until I have to see the screen differently, I think, because I can't seem to, oh, there it is. Okay, I'll do that now. Thank you.
And Jay, if you could do the same. Thank you, Suzanne and Cheryl. You guys are on the ball. Thank you, Lynn, for letting me know. Thanks, Molly.
Do you see the note from Tammy? Some who are in the waiting room are not able to change the name before entering. Is there a way they can do that? So she's saying some of them aren't able to.
Oh, I guess I was thinking you could stop any time, but
Yeah, I think it's going to depend on like what their settings on Zoom are. You've got the list of delegates though, right? You know who we're expecting?
Right.
We
yeah,
may just
so
have to
if you
let them in.
or if they indicate that, just let them in, and then we'll get them to change it once they get in the room. So if you have joined the room and you are a delegate, please go ahead and rename your screen name to DEL and then the abbreviation for your state and then your name.
So I just let Sarah in and she'll need to change hers once she gets in there.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
As
going down my
host-
list.
Just a heads up, guys, as hosts, you do have the ability to right click or to hover over someone's name and click that more button, and you can rename them on their behalf if they're getting stuck doing any of that once they're here in the room.
Sarah Sprouse, I see you have entered the room. Could you please change your screen name to indicate that you're a delegate? Which would be DEL. Oh, there you were probably doing it already. Thank you. Christina and Misty, did you see the note from Lynn from Nebraska that she may be the only voting delegate?
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, thanks.
Well, you might post a note out to the ones in the waiting room, because I had somebody message me, they can't get in. They may not be aware that the process, some of the ones who maybe have joined. So maybe let those who are wondering why they're not getting in yet.
Sure, I'll send that reminder again. Hopefully they can see the chat if nothing else.
Right. Thank you.
How many more delegates are we waiting for?
3, if we're not expecting the others from Nebraska.
Okay.
But we do have representation from each state. So
Okay. And I'm just letting in a few here. I think we should be able to go ahead and let everybody else in, and then we'll just double check and have people rename themselves again, just in case.
All right, I'm letting everybody in. I'm also going to disable the waiting room so we don't have to keep worrying with it. Sound good, everybody?
yep.
That sounds great. Thank you. All right, I think we are going to get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining our Central Regional Business Meeting today. Sorry for the slight delay. Of course, we were taking some time to make sure we have all of our delegates in the room and accounted for. I'm Vanessa Hoynes, the Central Regional Director, and unfortunately, I'm not able to share my video today. It's not agreeing. Technology isn't agreeing with me, so we will move forward though. Hopefully, everybody can hear me just fine. A couple of as we begin our meeting today, just a couple things that I want to give you some kind of rules of the road that we want to have today for our meeting. We ask that participants remain muted unless you are called upon and asked to speak. When I'm asking for a motion, you can go ahead and use the raise hand function. And when we call on you, please make sure you state your name and your state for our minutes recorder. And we will also use that raise hand function that's in the reactions, under the reactions button, for any votes that we will be taking today. As we move through the meeting, voting delegates will be the only ones who will be able to create a motion and put a motion on the floor. And those will be the same individuals who will be able to do the voting. So keep that in mind as we move throughout the meeting. When we are in a opportunity to have some discussion about an issue, please use the chat function for that feature, and you'll be directed to do that, and then may also be able to raise your hand and unmute yourself and be able to visit with the group as well. If you experience any technical difficulties during the meeting, please make sure that you go back and re-enter the meeting, or if there's something that we can do to help out, reach out to us and let us know. And is there a phone number that folks can call if they have issues, Will? I don't know if you're speaking, Will, but we can't hear you.
I'm so sorry. What was that?
I was going to say, if somebody has technical difficulties, is there a number that they can call to get some help quickly during the meeting?
Tell you what, I will put my cell phone into the chat. Please feel free to shoot me a message or give me a call if you have a problem during the course of this meeting, okay?
Okay, that is great. Thank you so much. So Will is sharing our agenda for today. So we'll call the meeting to order. And first up on our agenda is a thought for the day. And Suzanne Dreesen from Minnesota has graciously offered to share a thought for the day. So I will turn it over to Suzanne. Please share your video and your mic.
I think I'm there. Are you hearing me, Vanessa?
Yes, we are.
Awesome, thank you. So my thought today for the day focuses on gratitude. John F. Kennedy said, "We must find the time to stop and thank the people who make a difference in our lives." In positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. Gratitude helps people experience more positive emotions, savor good experiences, improve their health, deal with adversity, and build strong relationships. To enrich gratitude beyond just a thank you, and to get even more benefit for ourselves and the people we are thankful for, University of Minnesota Extension Leadership and Civic Engagement educators Lori Rothstein and Denise Strom, in their Two for You, Take 2 Minutes to Live and Lead with Intention video series, suggest to really deepen your gratitude and make it more impactful, add the words to and for when you share your gratitude. For example, I am grateful to Vanessa for the two-way leadership approach, engaging. Sorry, it just popped up. My internet was unstable, so I'll start over. For example, I'm grateful to Vanessa for the two-way leadership approach, engaging the Central Region affiliate presidents and sharing affiliates' accomplishments in the NEAFCS network newsletters. Another example, I am grateful to the Michigan affiliate host and planning committee members for the virtual tour of Michigan. The videos took extra work on your part, but captured your state, history, and programs beautifully. In closing, as you live and lead with intention, deepen your gratitude and make it more impactful by adding the 2 and the 4 when you share your gratitude. Thank you.
Thank you, Suzanne. And very appropriate. We have many things to be grateful for. And, as we move on in the agenda, I am definitely grateful for those, as we look at the appointments to be made for this meeting. I was grateful for them when they were asked, I got a cheerful yes. And so at this point, let's appoint our recorder for today is Christine Kendall from Ohio. We thank her for her continued service as our recorder. She has done this for several years and continues to say yes when asked. Our minutes reviewers for today will be Cheryl Spires from Ohio and Amy Bartles from Missouri. Again, thank you for saying yes. Our parliamentarian for the day is Jay Christensen from Indiana. And our tellers and credentials individuals are Christina Rittenbach from North Dakota and Misty Harmon from Ohio. I so appreciate their work in helping us move through our meeting in an efficient way. And many hands make light work and just makes this a fun meeting to be a part of. So thank you all for saying yes. We'll move now to the approval of the agenda. So I would entertain a motion from one of our voting delegates to move approval of the agenda that is before us today. So raise your hand if you would like to put that motion forward. I see Ellen B. Ellen from North Dakota. Go ahead and unmute your mic, Ellen.
This is Ellen B. Ellen, and I'd like to move for approval of today's agenda.
Thank you, Ellen. Is there a second? Oh, I see a second from Molly from North Dakota.
This is Molly and I second that. This is Molly and I second that.
Thank you, Molly. So it has been moved and seconded to approve the agenda for today's Central Regional Business Meeting. All those in favor of the motion, go down to your reactions button and please click the raise hand if you are in agreement of this motion. Okay, so you can lower your hand. And then is anyone opposed to this motion? Please raise your hand. Okay, the motion carries. Thank you so much. We will move to the roll call of states. Will, if you could share the roll call of states list. And I will turn it over to Christina to share our role for the voting delegates that are present today.
Okay, so for Illinois, we have 2 delegates, 2 for Indiana, 1 for Iowa, 2 for Kansas, 2 for Michigan, 2 for Missouri, 1 for Nebraska, 2 for North Dakota, 3 for Ohio, 2 for South Dakota, 2 for Wisconsin, for a total of 23 delegates.
Okay. Do we have anybody here from Minnesota? That's a
Yes.
delegate.
We have 2.
You might
Did
have
I
just
skip Minnesota? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's
And I just saw
okay,
in the chat that we have a second one here for Iowa. Is that what I just saw? Mackenzie? From Iowa. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have 2 for Iowa.
Okay. Is there anybody else? I see Zelda has her hand raised. Did you have a question? No, okay. And then Gail, did you have a question? Okay, it appears that that is our roll call of states. So then we have a total of 24 delegates that are here and part of our meeting today. Okay, let's go back to the agenda. And as we move back to the agenda, the Central Region has had a long, strong history of colleagues and friends that have been very active in our NEAFCS Association. And so with that, let's take a moment of silence and gratitude for the many people that we have come to know, that we call friends and colleagues, and those that specifically that we may have unfortunately lost in this last year. And I did see in the chat, Ellen B. Ellen shared Maxine Franks from North Dakota. If you want to name someone, please go ahead and share them in the chat. Okay, moving on. The filing of our 2020 regional business meeting minutes. They have been prepared and were reviewed by 2 members last year. And so we will go ahead and put those on file. And then next, the recognition of our current National Nominating Committee members. Those who were a part of our National Nominating Committee this past year were Rita Usatis from North Dakota, Kelsey Byers-Gertenecker from Illinois, and Jessica Trussell from Missouri. And we thank them for their service this past year. One thing I would like to mention about the nominating committee, we will be electing nominating committee members for the coming year later in our meeting today. But if you have an interest and would like to be involved with the nominating committee, please send a note to the regional director, send a note to your affiliate president. Please reach out and let somebody know that you are interested. Now, I know sometimes people say, well, I don't think I know enough people to be on the nominating committee. The one thing that's kind of fun about the nominating committee is that that's a great way to meet more people, not only within our region, but across the whole nation. And so if this is one way that you would like to be involved, please let that be known. Don't sit back and wait for somebody to ask you. All right, moving on. Our 2022 annual session invitation. Raleigh, North Carolina is excited to invite us to come next year. And God willing, we will be there in person. I see Pat on my screen, and I know she's already got her bags packed. She's ready to go to Raleigh, Pat Brinkman. So if you could go ahead and share that video of our annual session invitation.
Welcome to North Carolina, home of the 2022 NEAFCS annual session. We hope you join us in one of the few places where you can wake up to the sunrise, surrounded by crashing waves and sandy beaches, and then the same day drive to enjoy a beautiful sunset between the peaks of the Appalachian Mountain Range. And on your drive from coast to mountains, stop by Charlotte, the Queen City, for great music and big skylines. In North Carolina, food is the heart of our state. From production to consumption, North Carolina is remaining innovative thanks to our creative and diverse population. Raleigh and Charlotte have bustling food and beverage scenes that are influenced by the variety of ethnicities and cultures that call North Carolina home. North Carolina is fortunate to have 2 land-grant universities where research, education, and extension enrich the lives of our communities. These 2 universities and their services allow North Carolinians to grow better, eat better, and live better. Family and consumer sciences play a vital role in North Carolina, helping community members gain knowledge and skills in budgeting, food safety, food preparation, and nutrition. Let's use this annual session as an opportunity to collaborate, network, and revitalize as FCS professionals and continue to improve the lives of our constituents. We really hope to see you right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, the City of Oaks, next September, so you can see for yourself just how wonderful a place North Carolina really is.
See you in Raleigh.
Nos vemos en Raleigh.
Yes, hoo-hoo, can't wait, like Cindy said in the chat. What a great video to introduce us to our possibilities in North Carolina for next year, for 2022. Really puts a smile on your face. I think it'll be great to see everybody next year. Jessica just added in the chat, can't wait to see everyone in person next year, definitely. Okay, moving on to new business. The election of our 2022 National Nominating Committee members. Those that have stepped forward and have indicated their willingness to serve in this role in the next year are Jessica Trussell from Missouri, Barb Woolen from Iowa, and Jay Christensen from Indiana, who will serve as an alternate. And so at this time, I would entertain a motion to extend a unanimous ballot for these individuals as our nominating committee for the next year. And again, voting delegates are those who can make a motion. And so I would encourage a voting delegate to raise your hand. We can call on you. Oh, Molly has raised her hand. Molly, go ahead and unmute.
I make a motion to see how to word this. I make a motion for the election of the 22 National Nominating Committee, the members that they've chosen to be on the slate.
Okay, thank you so much. And I see John Fuller. Could you also unmute yourself?
I'll also second that motion.
All right, thank you so much, John. So it has been moved and seconded to pass unanimous ballot for our nominating committee members for 2022, who will be representing our central region. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Wow, and that was a unanimous raising of hands. So congratulations to our new nominating committee members. And thank you again so much for stepping up and your willingness to serve your association in this way. We are so fortunate that we have many, many people that are willing to help serve. All right, moving on. An exciting part of our Central Regional Business Meeting today is to have our candidate speech from Cindy Thompson of Iowa. And we are excited to meet her and work with her as she steps forward to move into the Central Regional Director position. So with that, I'll ask Will to go ahead and share Cindy's video.
I'm Cindy Thompson, and when I think about the question, within the position you are running for, identify one challenge NEAFCS members face, I first think of the position I'm running for, Central Region Director. I view this role as a liaison between the national board and members out in the states. So it was important for me to first and foremost hear from members about what they see as challenges. I turned to my Iowa members for this feedback. I talked with new members, lifetime members, members who are very active in the association, and others who prefer to lead quietly. Responses fell into two themes, interestingly enough, one related to the association and one related to the profession. Regarding the association, making time for the association, making it a priority was their biggest challenge. For the broader profession, getting others to see the value of our work, from potential participants all the way up to legislators, was the biggest challenge. For the second part of the candidate question, how will I help membership overcome this challenge? I'll focus on how I can help members make the association a priority. To be a priority, members need to see the value of NEAFCS. The association must be relevant and members must be able to access the benefits. And it should be fun. How can I help? The value of NEAFCS means different things to different members. For some, it's advancement in their institution or in their career. For others, it's networking and programming ideas. And for still some, it's as basic as being with like-minded people. I plan to get to know the members in the states I serve and represent their definitions of value at the national level. I'll support new endeavors like the leadership experience that give members a broad, in-depth experience. I'll also support those dip your toes in the water experiences like webinars, where members can learn through delivering or participating in professional development. Very different experiences for very different needs and wants. I plan to communicate frequently with presidents from the Central Region states regarding information impacting their membership and opportunities for their members to shine. I also want to explore what association-related needs the states have and offer occasions for affiliate presidents to brainstorm together ways to find value at the state level. I'm an energetic and dedicated family and consumer science professional who didn't understand what all the fuss about NEAFCS was when I started my extension career 9 years ago. I understand it now, and I hope to use my skills in communication, networking, team building, and having fun as the Central Region Director to help others understand it too.
Thank you, Cindy. We are so fortunate that Cindy has stepped forward and is willing to serve in this role in the next 2 years. At this time, I would entertain a motion to cast a unanimous ballot for Cindy Thompson as our Central Regional Director. And again, it does need to be a delegate. I see we still have some hands raised from the last vote, so I'm not sure who is a newly raised hand. Ellen, I see you have your hand raised. Are you wanting to make a motion?
I would love to. I would like to move that we cast a unanimous ballot for Cindy Thompson of Iowa.
Thank you. And Suzanne Dreesen, I call on you. Do you have a second for the motion?
I second that motion.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded to cast a unanimous ballot for Cindy Thompson of Iowa for a Central Regional Director position. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor of the motion, go ahead and raise your hand. You guys are becoming pros finding that raised hand. Okay, the motion has passed. Thank you so much. Go ahead and lower your hand now in case we need to do anything else. Congratulations to Cindy Thompson as our new Central Regional Director. She is going to rock this position. I am so excited for her and for the whole Central Region as she moves into this position, and will do a great job of representing the Central Region and being that great liaison between the national board and all the states within our region. Thank you so much, Cindy. Cindy, did you want to greet everybody?
Sure. I was starting to type in the chat box. I'm really excited about this coming year, but I wanted to also share that while I was waiting to get into our meeting, I was, doing the typical wait thing, scrolling through Facebook, and my memory for today was an in-depth session in West Virginia, learning about venison and black bears in West Virginia. It was my first NEAFCS conference, and a lot of people know the story of how I got there with two mentors who looked at me and said, "Hey, you want to come with us?" And we spent 8 days on the road together. That sounds like a country song. We spent 8 days on the road together, and I haven't looked back. So it seemed kind of fitting that that was my memory for today. And so thank you all for the support, especially my Iowa colleagues who have really encouraged me to take on leadership roles. And I will look forward to meeting many of you, hopefully all of you, in the next years to come. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And many well wishes within the chat. So make sure you take time to read through those, Cindy. Okay, great. Moving right along, we have a member from the Endowment Committee to give us a presentation about our Endowment Committee and the many great works that that committee is working on. Marianne Leonhardt Cross, I will call on her to do this presentation about the endowment.
It worked. First of all, congratulations to our new Central Regional Director. And may this be the beginning of many opportunities that you share in our organization. Mentorship is phenomenal and our profession is phenomenal. And when she mentioned that, people don't understand when they first get hired, my goal, or what I'm trying to get across from our endowment committee, is to get you to understand that the endowment committee is reorganized, we're active, and we're trying to get people to understand that this is a great opportunity to apply for grants. We've had a busy year. Most of you were probably at the opening session and heard me, but I will repeat. If you haven't heard, we're encouraging everyone to donate at least $21 per member, or more is what I would like to say when we came up with the campaign. And I think there's all kinds of ways that you can come up with that $21. And I saw one of my mentors, Donna Donald, on there, and we could talk about shoes, Donna, but I will be kind and professional and move on. But what I chose to do was, after I had paid my fee and then the annual session didn't happen like it was supposed to, I took that refund money and I put it back into the endowment. So that's a possibility. Or think about how you might have some things that you enjoy every day, and you might say, well, I'm still going to enjoy them, but not every day. I'm going to make a commitment to the endowment. The endowment committee works to assist members and their programming efforts to increase the visibility of our profession. And, I worked for 45 years, and all of my years, I just repeating that same message. Now is a prime time for our profession. And Nancy Bach even talked about that yesterday at the business meeting. We awarded 4 grants in 2021 for a total of $10,000. And we're encouraging each member, I'm going to repeat it, to give $21 or more in 21. There's something about, if you hear something more than once, there's a greater chance that you're going to be willing to do something about it. So I'm hoping this is more than a nudge to you. The grants are due January 31st, 2022. So now is the time to get a team together, and a team can be 1 or 2, or it can be more. We heard from 2 of the people yesterday speaking that were grant winners. So you can go back and look at that. It's a great time to hear your name or plant the seeds to be able to present, whether it be through a webinar, through attending our annual session next year. And all of those things assist us all when it comes to promotions, as well as getting to know one another. So I can't stress enough that I encourage you to apply for a grant and donate also at least $21 or more per member. You can go to the website. It's very easy to donate. If you're wanting to see the 4 winners, that's another place. Using our National Association's website is a great way to learn more about the endowment. And if you can also contact any of the committee members, and you'll find them listed also on the website. Again, I encourage everybody to make the most of this virtual annual session, to be engaged with your association, to stay safe, and have a lovely fall, winter holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary Ann. I think lots of things for us to think about and to remember the endowment as often as we can, to continue to add to that. That is truly our way to give something today that will grow and be a part of our future for professional development for years and years to come. That is truly a treasure that we have within our association, and it's important to continue to support that. All right, as we move on and with our agenda, we are just very close to getting to our Central Regional Awards. That's our Regional Director report for today. I do have a report on file that will be a part of the annual business meeting. And so I guess at this point, I would just like to share a couple things that our board worked on this last year that were some new things that you might not be aware of. One thing that was new this last year was connecting with colleagues. And this was a way of trying to take the opportunity of everybody becoming connected more and more through technology and be able to connect people in regards to certain issues or topics. And so we held a couple of those this last year. And so look forward to hopefully offering some more of those in the future, giving members an opportunity to both share information as an expert and then also to learn from experts, and being able to begin those conversations and hopefully create some connections throughout the year and not just during our annual session. So be on the lookout for that. And if you are interested in facilitating one, as Will just put in the chat, we would be very excited to have you step forward and give us that topic. And if you're interested in facilitating that, will be the guy that will help you get that set up. And so think about that. If there's something that you would really like to have a conversation with other members from across the nation about a certain topic area or issue that you were passionate about. Another piece that we worked on throughout the year was a new sponsorship packet, looking at some of the ways that we can work with companies or commodity groups or groups that would be interested and have a similar mission that we do, and ways that we can help them have access to our members and also be able to offer them an opportunity to support us in other ways. And so looking forward to see how that sponsorship packet works in the future, and see if that will bring us some additional sponsors, maybe even for additional awards in the future. And I think the other thing I wanted to mention as a part of my report is just a huge thank you. It has been truly a pleasure and an honor to serve the Central Region and to be a part of this great history in our Central Region and also within our association. We have kind of chuckled as a board and talked about how we are the only board who has never met in person. And hopefully that this is not something that will continue. I'd be happy if we were the only board that ever has this distinction. But we obviously didn't let that stand in our way, and definitely move forward with many new ideas and creating many more relationships, not only within our board, but with the members also. And so I thank you so much for the opportunity to serve as the Central Regional Director. It's been a wonderful experience for me professionally and personally. And I know I am turning this position over to very capable and competent and confident Cindy Thompson. So I'm excited about her stepping into these shoes, and I know doing great things as she's moving forward. So with that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn our central regional business meeting, and then we will move right into the awards presentation. And so if we have a voting delegate that is willing to move to adjourn our meeting, I would entertain that at this time. Okay, Cheryl from Ohio.
Yeah, Cheryl Spires from Ohio. I move to adjourn this Central Region meeting.
Thank you so much. And Marcia from Indiana.
I second that motion. This is Marcia from Indiana.
Thank you so much. All those in favor of the motion, please signify by raising your hand. All right, and the motion has passed. Thank you so much for joining us today for the regional meeting. And now we are excited to move on into our Central Regional Awards presentation. And I'm going to welcome Misty Harmon from Ohio, who I think is going to begin this our awards presentation for this afternoon. So take it away, Misty.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Misty Harmon. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of our NEAFCS colleagues. Please join me in recognizing the following Central Region Award winners. Communications Educational Publications, Central Region winner Donna Krug from Kansas with Taking a New Look at Fermented Foods. Communications Newsletters, first place, Deb Andres from Kansas with FCS Connection Newsletter. Second place, Anita Herring and team from Minnesota with MFLN Family Transitions Newsletter. Communications, radio or podcast. First place, Emily Grace Marison from Ohio with Making Jerky Radio Spot. Second place, Kristen Bogdanas from Illinois with Wellness Wake Up Call Podcast. Communications, television video. First place, Lori Corthals and team from Iowa with The Science of Parenting Social Media Video Responses Around Parenting in a Pandemic. Second place, Catherine Tutt and team from Ohio with Healthy Aging Network Telecast. Communications Written Media, first place, Julie Garden Robinson from North Dakota with Prairie Fair Weekly Column. Second place, Elizabeth Brunsheen Cartagena from Kansas with Present of Being Present. Third place, Rebecca Reed from Kansas with Why I Decreased Cooking in 2020. Community Partnership Award. First place, Bethany Bachman and team from Missouri with at-home activity packets. Second place, Tony K. Wright from Illinois with Southern Illinois Food Pantry Network, a collaborative approach to impact food security. I will now be passing things off to Tammy Jones from the award ceremony to continue. Tammy, are you having issues?
So for the financial management, are you in the CS educators who have developed some budgeting credit? Are you able?
Hey guys, it sounds like she's having a connection issue, which doesn't seem to be surprising this afternoon. A few of us are having those. Misty, I am sorry to have to ask you this, but if you've got the script in front of you, do you think you could pick up this part since we do have your connection pretty well, or is that not possible?
No, I can certainly try, and I apologize if I mispronounce anybody's names because I haven't practiced this, but I will take over. And Financial Management Award in memory of Dean Don Felker is sponsored by the Indiana affiliate and is given to FCS educators who have developed an outstanding program on some aspect of family financial management, which includes budgeting, credit management, savings, etc. Central Region winner is Kamaya Wallace Betchard and team from Illinois with Let's Talk Money webinar series. Sorry about that. Early childhood childcare training, first place, Kara Lynch and team from Michigan with Safe Food Equals Healthy Kids. Second place, Dipti Ashtok Dev and team from Nebraska with Nebraska Go NEAFCS, an impactful and scalable statewide training program for improving the nutrition and physical activity environment in childcare settings. Educational curriculum package. First place, Deanna East and team from Michigan with Cooking for One. Second place, Hannah Gunther and team from Nebraska with Healthy Food Fast using your multi-cooker. Excellence in multi-state collaboration. First place, Jamie Delafield and team from Ohio with Your Thoughts Matter, a multi-state approach to youth mental health education. Second place, Linda Reddish and team from Nebraska with a multi-state collaboration to support young children's coping with storybooks, expanding the Read for Resilience program. Excellence in teamwork. First place, Jamie Delafield and team from Ohio with trauma-informed care approaches, train the trainer, instructor training and education. Second place, Sarah Ritchie and team from Wisconsin with Lifespan C19 Rapid Response Team, responding to the mental emotional impact of social isolation and loneliness on older adults during the COVID-19 pandemic. Extension Disaster Education Award. First place, Sarah Kroymans and team from Minnesota with MFLN 2020 Military Family Readiness Academy. Second place, Jacqueline Foged and team from Nebraska and with Read for Resilience, supporting children after disasters with Storybook. Educator of the Year Award recognizes a professional extension FCS educator who is conducting outstanding educational programs that demonstrate impact on families and who has continued professional development activities and involvement. Melinda Hill's goal in serving is to assist individuals with information to make a difference in their lives. She reports that her journey has been nothing short of amazing and that she has been blessed. I will be passing things off now to Elizabeth Brunching Cartagena from the award ceremony.
Hello, Family Health and Wellness Central Region winner, Mariah Neumeyer and team from Nebraska with Nebraska Extension Marathon Kids Facebook group. Florence Hall Award recognizes member who has been alert in recognizing emerging issues or new concerns and interests of families or individuals and have planned and implemented programs which address these issues, utilizing others in their community. First place, Elizabeth Lexo and team from Wisconsin with the Literacy Link serving justice-involved families. Second place, Courtney Aldrich and team from Michigan with Extension Extras. On food safety, first place, Shannon Coleman and team from Iowa with Enhanced Food Safety Program Impact by Building Coalition and Regional Evaluation. Second place, Catherine Shoemaker and team from Ohio with Safe, Simple, Easy to Learn Food Preservation Webinar Series. Third place, Lori Messing and team from Michigan with Home Food Preservation Program. Human Development and Family Relationships. First place, Elizabeth Lexo and team from Wisconsin with a Literacy Link. Second place, Linda Reddish and team from Nebraska with A Beautiful Day virtual childhood play space connecting with children and families during the pandemic. In third place, Tristan Cope and team from Kansas with Suddenly in Charge. I will pass to Heather.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'll be presenting Innovation and Programming. First place, Sarah Kroyman and team from Minnesota with Family Resiliency Webinars. Second place, Katie Krause and team from Nebraska with the Learning Child online training team, Nebraska Extension's innovation approach to support childcare providers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Third place, Carrie Schreier and team from Michigan with Extension Extras Social Emotional Health Enrichment Kits. Innovation Youth Development Programming. First place, Joyce Sedero and team from Minnesota with Making Money Matter for Marginalized Youth. Second place, Julie Garden Robinson and team from North Dakota with On the Move Cooking and Baking Schools Go Viral. Third place, Jenny Abel and team from Wisconsin with Dollars During Development. Marketing Package. First place, Diane Reinhold and team from Illinois with Fill Your Pantry, Home Food Preservation Marketing Campaign. Second place, Tammy Jones and team from Ohio with Take a Break Wellness Email Challenge. The Mary W. Wells Memorial Diversity Award recognizes outstanding efforts and accomplishments of individual or teams in diversity and pluralism for any extension FCS program or activity, including staff development, advisory councils, and programs. The Central Region winner is Renee Koenig and team from Wisconsin with the Aging Mastery Program Alleviates Ageism. The Past President's New Professional Award recognizes outstanding accomplishments of NEAFCS members within the first 5 years from date of original employment with Cooperative Extension Service. The Central Regional Award is Misty Harmon from Ohio. By partnering with organizations who promote and support wellness initiatives and collaborating with other extension professionals to provide relevant programming, Misty Harmon helps address the needs of Ohio's residents. Program Excellence Through Research. First place, Kylie Romanowitz and team from Michigan with Parenting in a Pandemic Research Study. Second place, Kristen Miller and team from Missouri with Stay Strong, Stay Healthy, a randomized control trial. Social Media Education. First place, Carrie Schreier and team from Michigan with My Stronger Family Extension Extras social media campaign. Second place, Carol Larvick and team from Nebraska with reaching consumers with food safety information during the pandemic. Third place, Laura Stratton from Ohio with the negatives, serious, and dangerous mental health side effects of a popular asthma medication, Singular. Let's give all our regional award winners a round of applause. congratulations to everyone receiving an award. To share our Central Region Continued Excellence and Distinguished Service, we have Lisa Barlage from the Awards Ceremony Committee.
At this point, we're going to move on to our Continued Excellence Award, which recognizes our active involvement in professional improvement programs, promotion of professional development, and leadership. They must have been a member of NEAFCS for at least 12 years, have attended 3 or more annual sessions, and received our Distinguished Service Award prior to the year in which they received the Continued Excellence Award. Now let's recognize these outstanding individuals. From Kansas, we have Andrea Wood. In her county, Andrea initiates and motivates all ages to live healthy. An active community is a healthy community. Through a variety of programs, Extension remains relevant, timely, and effective. From North Dakota, we have Julie Garden Robinson. Julie is a professor and food nutrition specialist from North Dakota State University, where she develops and delivers programs in nutrition, food safety, and health. From Ohio, we have Christine Kendall. Christine is notably served as the NEAFCS affiliate president and co-chair for the program committee. She's primarily involved in programming in the areas of nutrition, food safety, food preservation, and wellness. From Ohio, we also have Michelle Trieber. Michelle has served 4 years as the analyst for her state association, and her professional development activity areas include aging, nutrition, social media, finance, and mindfulness. Lifelong learning has been a focus of her career. Congratulations to our Central Region Continued Excellence Award winners. At this point, we will move on to our Distinguished Service Award winners. An individual must have been a member of NEAFCS for at least 10 years and attended at least 2 annual sessions. The award recognizes Extension professionals for their leadership, outstanding programming, and personal and professional growth. Let us recognize this year's Distinguished Service Award winners. From Indiana, we have Molly Hogue. She is working with community partners and coalition. Has been instrumental in her programming success. Local partners communicate local needs and provide programming outlets for her health and wellness programming. From Kansas, we have Jody Drake. Jody has been an extension educator for Pratt County Extension for 13 years. She specializes in teaching health, nutrition lessons in schools, and enjoys being part of the local health coalition. From Nebraska, we have Kayla Colgrove. Kayla is an extension educator and registered dietitian nutritionist for Nebraska Extension. She delivers nutrition and physical activity programming, maintains the food.unl.edu site, and manages a statewide grant. And from Ohio, we have Jackie Wilkins. Jackie has 25 years plus of bringing awareness to the value and return on investment for FCS prevention education. She's a tireless advocate for building FCS capacity in Ohio and nationally, and she also serves as our Ohio Director of Extension. Thank you, everyone.
Well, congratulations to everyone, all of our award winners, and I know many of them are national award winners also. And so congratulations to all the Central Regional Award winners. And I do please encourage everyone to support the awards program, to enter applications for awards. We never have too many. And so please, when you are doing these great programs, make sure that you are encouraging others around you, and also make sure that you also step forward and put your applications in, because we definitely want to congratulate and be able to honor all of our great works that are happening throughout the year. I see that there are many congratulations that are coming through the chat. At this time, our meeting has definitely come to a close. I'm thinking as people are moving through this week, if you have already attended a concurrent session or an Ignite session that you think was exceptional, go ahead and put it in the chat, because of course, because we're doing this virtually, all of us, nobody misses a concurrent session or an Ignite session. So we can go back and take advantage of that. So if there is a session that you thought that you were able to join today, that you want to make sure everybody checks out, go ahead and put that in your in the chat box for everybody to see. And also, we have a couple reminders in the chat box also about remembering to go to the silent auction. This is another way that we can support our awards program. So please check that out. Bid often and bid a lot. Get a lot of those great opportunities, things that will come in the mail for you after our session, and you can have some great surprises that will come and join you. I see some great concurrent sessions and Ignite sessions that are being mentioned in the chat, so check those out. Any other announcements for the good of the order? I see Will also mentioned that if you had any issues with the STEM session today, it will be available in the recording. Any other announcements as we move through the rest of our annual session? Well, I'm happy to say that we got done early today. And so if you give you a few more minutes back in your day, so you can go ahead and maybe check out some of those, your plan for tomorrow, get that all mapped out so you know exactly what you're going to be attending tomorrow. And I encourage everyone to thoroughly enjoy and take part in as many opportunities throughout the annual session as you can. This is a great opportunity to network and connect with all of our colleagues across the nation. And so have a great rest of your Wednesday. And again, I will close with a huge thank you to all those of you in the Central Region. A special thank you to the affiliate presidents who, were always willing to answer my questions or share things that were happening within their state. And no matter how many times I asked. And so I thank them for all of their help in these last couple of years. So with that, unless there's any other announcements, you can go ahead and leave the meeting.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Yes, and see you in North Carolina, as some of you are mentioning.